say,
Hit
oh,
record. Oh, you did. Okay.
okay. Thank you, Tracy. So I was contacted by somebody that's been a client, and I don't think it was for them. It doesn't matter. It was none of my business, but it was about the different things that we have for stress. And outside of this meeting, I wouldn't use the word anxiety because it's a medical condition, but it could be that what I'm talking about. Who knows? So anyway, I guess for some people, I don't have that issue. Nobody's weak because they have the issue, but it exists. And if it doesn't exist for any of you, it may exist for somebody you know, and maybe what you have to offer addresses that. Maybe not. Maybe you know somebody else that does. If you don't, you guys, I think you know what I offer and what I do is safe, not salesy, and I'm there for people. That's really what I want to do. And so the fact that they contacted me instead of me like contacting people, because I just don't think that way right now. It's just not me. Like, do you have anxiety? That seems like a very odd question to market. So, so anyway, it just made me realize I need to let people know, because one of the things some people are not aware, they're like, oh yeah, just essential oils or CBD, whatever. They don't know that there's a particular part of our brain, other than maybe for music, it actually takes the smell, the scent of real life, real nature, like cinnamon when you're cooking something or whatever, or you're driving past a field and you smell it and something brings up a memory. It takes it into a certain part of the brain and it affects us. And so that's basically the bottom line of how it works when it's nature and not some sort of artificial crap off Amazon. So we have a lot for it. We have all sorts of roll-ons from, this is where you can't really see them because of the background. There we go, kind of, whatever. Anyway, we have roller balls like with Tranquil, Stress Away, Valor, and I can send people a little cotton thing if they want to kind of get an idea on a card, if they want to get an idea of what it is, and then they can just snip that to see. And then also, of course, there's regular lavender, regular Stress Away, and then CBD. We do have a roller called Calm. I don't use it simply not just because I'm not in need of it right now anyhow, but it is because it has coconut oil in it and I'm allergic to it. So, so I have other things that I can use. And so I just want to let you know, or anybody you know, I want to be there for them. And I mean that genuinely, whether it be that or they're having some trouble with sleep, maybe, you know, calming down. I just did a video. The only thing is when I try to share that on Heart to Heart page, all I can do is share the link. So I'm like, well, nobody knows what it's like, doesn't have my mugshot on it, but maybe they'll watch it. And I taught a breathing technique. It's nothing really, really new, but it still can help remind us how to do that. And that's kind of like a freebie. So that's really my main thing. Are there any questions that I can answer?
What is Valor for?
Courage. It was based on what the Roman, at least what Gary Young studies was, what the Roman soldiers, in terms of herbal things and all that, they would rub it all over themselves before they went into battle, I guess, or maybe put in their baths. You know, they have those big bath houses or something. So it is a little bit more, but it's not real strong of a woodsy type thing. The Stress Away is a little more of like, people call it vacation in a bottle because it's got lime and vanilla and all that in it. The Tranquil is more in the lavender and floral scents. And then the CBD stress thing, calm thing is a little bit of both. So different oils work in there. And by the way, in case you guys hadn't heard it before, the CBD has no THC, nothing that is going to make people dangerous or high or anything else like that. So, but I always really, I'm just like, hey, start with the ones that aren't quite as, CBD is not inexpensive, especially because we always go to the highest realm of whatever quality, which is good, but start with the others. And then if they don't work, go on up there. So thank you for asking. Okay. Thank you, Monica.
More questions? You still have 3 minutes, so no? I have a question.
Yeah.
Well, I was just wondering if you sent out a cotton sample for somebody, how long would you anticipate that the aroma would last? And is it a long enough, what's a long enough period of time for someone to feel like it's working for them?
That's a good question. I try to put them in a little baggie and, you know, keep it on there, or I just pour a lot of it on there and then put it in there, explain if it's too strong, sorry, but it will get less. But what I do is I don't know as much as I think the scent will give somebody something that will resonate with them. Whether it works that quick or not, I have no idea. But maybe they're like, I think I want to try the vacation in the bottle. I'm not fond of a lot of flowers, or I think I like a little more woodsy scent. Then I can only put one in an envelope at a time, but I don't mind sending out happy mail with more. You know, I do. Oh, by the way, thank you. That reminds me, I have free Peace and Calming is another one we have. Some people, it's citrus, but it does have a little bit of patchouli, and some people are weird. It's not the old, like, hey man, patchouli, you know, in the old days, but has a little bit in it. Then I have a lavender sachet purification, which actually seems to help people with kind of like being off the charts with anger for some reason. I don't understand, but it does. So I have the lavender, the Peace and Calming, and that one. That's all I have available in these little sachets, and those will last longer. There's about, I think, 3 or 4 drops, and I usually put instructions. They could throw it in Epsom's and take a bath. They could put it on a little cotton thing and put it underneath their pillow and sleep with it, or put it right on their wrists, whatever. So that's what I've been kind of doing since I can't get it to people. So.
I do have a question. Does she have enough time? Laura, what I may have missed this, but neck spasms. Which one do you recommend to help that muscle?
Yeah, I think you're fading out, but the easiest one to start with is called Deep Relief, because it's a roller.
Muscle tightness.
Yeah, Deep Relief is a roller, and it's just so easy to just, you know, stick on wherever you want. And a lot of people get, I don't go to the CBD until something else doesn't work. So you and I talk. I'll put a note to give you a contact, because I think I'm. Thank you, Catherine.
What's the shelf life on the stuff? How long does it?
Oh, eons.
Eons.
Eons, literally eons.
Okay.
Because they're real nature, and we're very careful with how we produce them. So,
okay.
And I have done, if people are close enough and they're comfortable, I've done porch drop-offs sometimes too. So thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Laura. That was awesome. So offline, maybe you can tell me later, is there anything you can use on mess teenagers? Anyways, later, you can tell me later what I can use on them.
Get some eucalyptus and throw it on the shower. Throw some eucalyptus in the shower right before he takes the shower.
I need it for both of them, so yeah. Anyways, well, Kathy, would you like to continue your presentation? I thought maybe your connection is still not so great, though, when you're asking.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. I mean, everybody's kind of fuzzing in, but also I wanted to show was I do have some new bracelets, and